This is Volunteer Voice from Connect the Soul, here to empower and inspire you to live your best life. Today I want to talk about the way our mind controls our life. I think most people don't realize just how much of a truth that is. We go about our lives from day to day and we just do the doing and the doing and the doing, and I do this and I do that and I do something else. But underneath all of that, there is a controller, and that is the mind. And the mind controls our lives according to its past experiences and its past thoughts and feelings. So unless we take control of that mind, we are going to keep repeating the same old. And if you are on that treadmill, I want to talk to you because it's totally unnecessary. And I want to talk about what to do and how to go about changing that and taking control. I always talk about your mind or your thoughts, and we all now, I think, are starting to learn that we actually think 65 to 70,000 thoughts a day. Just thinking about it makes me a little dizzy. But it is all about what are those thoughts occupied with. Do you know? Well, I'm sure that as much work as I do, I have a fair idea. But even then, when I am so focused on being aware of what my mind is doing, I still find that there's stuff comes in that has nothing to do with anything that I want. And I know from experience just how much it actually takes to get control of your mind. I call it the wild brumbies that are running around the prairies, and you're being dragged along by them and bouncing over the sandy dunes. It's a terrible image, really. But the fact is, that's what's happening. How often do you suddenly find yourself in a place and you think, what am I doing here? Why am I doing it? And you really have no idea. It's just like this robotic exercise that you go through. So I really want to talk to you about how to take control of your mind first thing in the morning. Because if you don't do it first thing in the morning, and if you don't have a focused intent about doing it, it's never going to happen. You are always going to live a robotic life or an automatic life. And if you're on this channel, I know that's not what you want. So let's look at it, and let's look at what you need to do. So I always talk about my own experiences. So recently, there was something that I really wanted to achieve in this year. And I know that my mind, my old mindset and my old subconscious beliefs, that there was a limitation. So for me, the way that I overcome that limitation is that I then sit down and I write statements of inspiration, in fact, that I want to be a reality. So it takes away all the fear and doubt. So I wrote a whole set of affirmations, as we call them. I call them phrases of inspiration. And they were all statements that were going to take me to a new neural pathway or a new mindset to create that which I would like to achieve. Because I knew that I had to somehow override that old pattern, that old belief system, that old subconscious limitation that was still having an effect in my life. And I wrote them all out, and then I recorded them with some nice music in the background, and I am now playing that every day, at least 3 or 4 times a day. If I'm driving in the car, I plug it in my ears. If I'm going for a walk, I plug it in my ear. I listen to it first thing in the morning, and I listen to it first thing and last thing at night. And you might think that's a bit of an overkill, but when I first went on this journey, that is the only way that I actually got out of my crisis and went on this journey that I've been on now for over 30 years. And on that journey of over 30 years, I have supported and guided and taught so many people, thousands of people, to have new mindsets, to have neural pathways, to take control of their lives. And that's what I want for everyone. I want people to feel that they're in control of their life. And you can only be in control of your life if you are in control of your mind. So, in those days, I was a real follower of Louise Hay. And of course, her whole thing was about, you had to say about 4,000 times a day, I love and approve of myself. And I did it ad infinitum because 4,000 wasn't enough for me. If I have 65,000 thoughts and only 4,000 are telling me what I want, then what are the other 61,000 thoughts doing, right? So I would just be sitting, I love and approve, I love and approve, and I love and approve, I love and approve, I love and approve of myself. And to the point until I had eliminated all fear and doubt, and I had eliminated all thoughts that were anything other than I love and approve of myself. And I slowly but surely, I took back my life, and I learned to love myself. And I want that for people, because I know what it's like when you find that path to feel connected to soul, to know that you have the power within you to control your mind, to be able to guide it and direct it where you want to go. It is so vitally important. So first thing in the morning, make it a focused intent that you will think consciously the thoughts that will take you in the direction that you want to go. Be so absolutely vigilant about monitoring those thoughts, about listening to the way that you think in your head, the way that you speak in your head, and then listen to how you speak to other people when you're out and about. I was in my favorite little cafe the other day, sitting next to a group of elderly people. I'm meant to be elderly, but I can't quite go there. So I'm listening to them, and it's a group of people that gather together quite often. And I listen to their dialogue, I listen to their conversation. Now, actually, they have invited me to join them at some stage, and I know that I absolutely can't. Now, the reason that I can't is because I'm not living in their world. Their world is all about struggle, about politics, about fear, the drama of the media. And none of that has anything to do with my life. So I absolutely do not want to go there, and I'm quite happy not to go there. So I sit there and I listen and I smile, because I know what experiences these people are having because of their beliefs. And I heard one of the ladies say quite strongly and with such conviction, well, I'm cope okay. It's always a bit of a struggle, but then everybody has a bit of a struggle. That's just the way life is. And it was such a statement of fact. And I thought, wow, what a belief system to have. So I really want to question you. And I'd love some feedbacks. And please down, below the video, in the comment box, will you please comment and let me know how your mind interferes with the things that you want, because it does. It interferes unless you have control over it. It will take you off on a tangent. It will take you in a place of distraction, and before you know it, you've forgotten where you were going, and you're like, oh, but I was supposed to be going there. Well, then why are you here? Because your mind took over and it ran away with your life. And I'm telling you that most people's minds are running away with their lives and they don't even know it. I don't want that for you, and I don't want it for me. But it takes vigilance. I want to talk about what it takes. And if you know anything about my work, I have a success formula, and it has 7 steps. And there's a link down in the description box that can take you to the 7 steps for success. And that is a 90-minute video course that you can just put in something that you really want, and you follow the video step by step till the end, and it takes you to that whole process of creation and the 7 steps necessary. But it always starts with commitment. You must be committed to living your best life. You must be committed to you. Be committed that, you know, when the last day of your life comes, you feel like you've lived. You've not just passed by. Because then you have regrets, and we do not want regrets. So we're all here to learn to live on purpose and feeling that we are fulfilling purpose. Or more directly, I think what we're here for is to feel that we have contributed in a beneficial way to life itself. You know that old thing about leaving good footsteps in the sand. And we all want to do that. You know, that doesn't mean that you have to be mega successful at anything. It just means that you walk around and you smile at people and make them feel better. That is leaving good footsteps in the sand. But that also starts with that you need to smile at you. You need to be kind to you. You need to love you, because you are such a precious gift from this universe. So is your mind running away with you? I want to know. Comment down in the comment box for me and I will answer you. And if you have any questions, put them down there. And if you want me to do some videos on a specific topic that you've really been battling with, let me know. Again, comment down underneath the description box and you will find a place for that, and I would just really like to hear from you. So, mind over matter is such a powerful statement. It's one that I grew up with. My father said it to us every second sentence: mind over matter, mind over matter. And then when your parents say things often enough, you pay no attention. But I'm paying attention to it now, and I have been paying attention to it for over 30 years, because I know that when I have control of my mind, matter changes. I have the power to change matter by the way that I think, by the way that my mind functions. Do you think that's important? Of course it's important. Do you think we have to learn to do it? Yes, because we're not conditioned to do it. You know, the people that control this world don't want you to have control of your own life. They want to control your life. They want to control your mind. Why do you think you've got all that stuff coming in through the media all the time? All the fear mongering. You know, in Australia, in Melbourne at least, where I live, we're about to head into winter. And of course, already on the television, we have the advertisements. Oh, you've got to get your flu shots. You must do this, you must do that, because, this year we're going to have an older strain of flu. And instantly people are going, oh my God, I better go to the doctor. I better go. We get conditioned. We get brainwashed all the time if we don't have control of our own mind. So, that is my message today. I want to know, how much does your mind control you? Or how much do you control your mind? I love being able to teach this, because for me it has been an absolute joy to take control of my mind and to steer it where I want it to go. But if your mind is running your life, then it's time. It really is time for you to stop and make a couple of decisions. Slow everything down. Listen to the way that you speak. Listen to the way that your mind runs when you are not taking control of it. So, let's take control of our minds, and let's all make a decision that we will only allow thoughts that are going to make our lives better, and then as a result of that, it will automatically make all of life better. They are great footsteps in the sand. Now don't forget, click the subscribe button and the bell beside it, and you will be notified of all of my videos as they are done. And let's have a community of people that are striving to thrive, because that's what this is all about. We are alive because we need to thrive. And if you're just going through the motions, it's time you stopped and said, that isn't good enough for me. I am taking control of my life by taking control of my mind, and I want to learn more. So I'll see you next time. Don't forget, all the links down in the description box are all about the work I do. Don't forget the 7 steps to success. And if you go to my website and become a VIP member, you get lots and lots of freebies. We'll see you next time, and you will have learnt to take control of your mind because you know how. Have a great day, night, whatever moment, and love yourself more. Bye for now.